Speaking about idols, I saw that you have a mentor that has done a lot for you. I know there's another I can't remember the guy's name. Like, who do you look up to? Who are your role models and idols?
Yeah, so of course, my parents. I said that. My mentor, we could get into that. His name's Jeff Herzog, and he runs a digital marketing agency. And he started with SEO before, I think it's like when Google came out, he was one of the first to start SEO. And I met him through his daughter. Um, and I think he took a liking to me because he saw my ambition, he saw my drive. He's a Jersey guy, so we had that connection already. And yeah, he's done a lot for me. He's done a lot for me. Seeing the way that he lives, I want that life. And I was like, well, what do I need to do to get that, right? And I see that he wakes up at 4 a.m. He's hopping on the bike for an hour, then he does a 2 hour workout, and then he's at the office. It's crazy. He's ripped. I was like, Jeff, I met him 2 years ago. I was on his boat in Miami. I said, Jeff, what do you do? What do you do to obtain this physique? I think he's 56 years old, and he was looking better than me. And I'm 19, and I said, that's unacceptable. So I said, Jeff, what do you do? He told me two things. He said, I haven't had a slice of pizza in 20 years, and I haven't missed a day of working out in 30 years.
Wow.
He didn't give me a workout routine. He didn't give me a diet regimen. I knew from those two things, it was all about discipline and intensity, I would say. So from that day on, I worked out every single day for an hour and a half, intense. In between sets, in between reps, I was doing push-ups. I was doing push-ups, and when I left that gym, I better be drenched. Then I gave up white carbs, bread, pasta, rice, went with sweet potatoes and high protein, and I was on that for a good 4 months where I really started to see me getting lean, no body fat, and that really helped me. So that's everybody always asks me in my videos, what got you to where you are today? Physique wise, I would say a lot had to go to Jeff, but I was the one that took initiative and did those things and made it happen. He just gave me the idea in my head and showed me what's possible. And I went out and did it. But yeah, he's a big time entrepreneur, sold a whole bunch of companies for hundreds of millions, and I strive to be just like that.
So, still to this day, are you doing no white carbs?
No, I cheat a little bit. I do a yeah, I do an 80-20 diet. So 80% of the time, super strict, super disciplined. 20% of the time, whatever I want within reason. I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm not going to Burger King, but if I want my pasta, I'll get my pasta. If I want my favorite truffle fries, I'm gonna get my truffle fries.
Interesting.
But are you the same way? What's your routine like?
I mean, I can get in cycles. So like I can get cycles very, very restrictive. And I will drop body fat very low. But the tough part is when you restrict yourself so much. Like I'm talking about you, I barely will eat carbs. I will not let myself eat until a certain time. Then I get to a point where I'm like, "Oh, God, I just can't sustain this. And then I go overboard with the eating. And so that's what I've
Oh,
learned from my past. Like, bro, when I went abroad, I got extremely fat. Like I was just out of shape. But like I learned this and I understood. So right now, yeah, I definitely try to eat healthy. But like last night, it was my friend's birthday. We went out, we had glasses of wine, we had dessert. And so I try to incorporate just a little more balance. But I think, like, dude, you're just way more confident and just better. Everything is better when your diet's on point and you work hard in the gym. You just feel better.
the confidence goes through the roof. I totally agree with you. The way you feel, the way you look, your confidence skyrockets. My friends, my roommates here, they can't understand why I'm eating sardines and salad. I said because I enjoy looking and feeling good rather than the burger and the fries.
Yeah.
Then that's just me, you know? And I enjoy it. I don't enjoy going to the gym. I don't necessarily enjoy going on these long runs, but I enjoy the results. I say that in my videos, and you cannot get the results without putting in the work, and everybody knows that. And that's what you got to do.
So
In high school, real quick, in high school, I was never a fat kid, maybe a little chubby. Sophomore year, big year for baseball. My dad said, "All right, we're gonna go hard in the gym. I'm getting you a coach, and you're going on MK677. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's this big horse pill.
mm,
It's right below. It's not a SARM. It's right below. And I was on that for 2 months. I was 16 years old. I got up to 192 pounds. I was deadlifting 420, squatting 405,
Wow.
benching 275. I would fold like a chair if I tried to do that right now.
Holy.
But and I felt my face was chubby. There was no abs whatsoever. I didn't like the way I felt, but I could hit that ball a long mile. But then after that, that was COVID year, and then I just didn't do that ever again. But
Yeah,
if you
but
guys are trying to bulk, look that up.
those are those are some big numbers, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.